Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zachary Michael. Hi, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing very well today. As a programming announcement, I had a lot of fun yesterday. I mean, it was relevant to the conversation, but I had a lot of fun yesterday doing a little, foodie booty moment before we got into Amberlynn Reed. And normally I keep the girls separate. I do one video for things and stuff like that. I don't try to put too much in one video. But right now, as Amberlynn is doing her 15 days of posting every day or whatever, I do sort of kind of miss covering other things. And I would like to cover other things, but also stay on top of what Amberlynn is doing and posting. And so just for today at least, and then I'll kind of gauge what your feelings are about it, I'm gonna do a little double duty in one video. Can you believe? Can you believe, besties? Mostly because I also really want to cover and react to Chantal posting this little infomercial situation type of deal for this Beezer spray. And I feel like I can do it all in one. I mean, the Beezer spray video itself is 6 minutes long. I think the video Amberlynn posted was 13 something minutes long, and so I'm just gonna do both. However, y'all know I love a timestamp. I love to let y'all skip ahead to whatever you want to watch, and I know that Chantal is for sure not for everybody, okay? And I want to give you the opportunity to skip over that if you want, so please do note there'll be timestamps in the description box, which should also put timestamps along the little bar for you to scroll past whatever you want, okay? Sound good? And please also let me know your feedback. If you hate this as a concept, I'll never do it again. Well, no promises, but if you hate this as a concept, then we can look at other options and things like that, all right? Sound good? All right, well, let's get to then. So like I said, Chantal posted this video. It's called Finally! You can now order your own Beezer spray. And I know some people have not watched Chantal in a long time, so let me give you a little bit of background. And I can't go into the full details of everything because a lot has happened since a lot of you started watching. A lot of people are like, when did she become Muslim? When did she start wearing a hijab? When did she move to Kuwait? And it's been a while. It's been a while since all of that happened. But she did all of those things. She now practices Islam, she wears a hijab, and she lives in Kuwait with her alleged husband. I say alleged because a lot of people don't think she's really married to this man, but she claims she is. There's a video on her channel of her courthouse wedding with her husband, Salah. And anyways, the most important context you need to know for this video is that this whole time Salah is alleged that he runs this perfume business and things like that. Chantal has her own special spray as a part of this perfume line situation type of deal called Beezer spray. And a lot of people have noted that it seems like it's actually more like a room spray, a room fragrance and stuff like that. Now, just so you know, a few things that I have already seen on the Twitter, because I was really just gonna do a recap of this, and then I clicked on the video and 2 seconds in, there was this cordy ass infomercial music, and I said, no, you all need to see my genuine first time reaction to this, so I paused immediately and stopped watching so I could give you the full reaction. But I have seen stuff on Twitter, including that I guess when you do the conversion rates for money and stuff like that it comes out to $60 United States money-wise. Oh my god, I just sounded so stupid saying all of that. It comes out to $60 in American money to get this purchased and shipped to America. So that's just outrageous because who's doing that? Who's trying to line her pockets like that? But also there's been a lot of skepticism about the website that you actually order through and giving your personal information and details to a woman like Chantal, which I personally think I have in the past actually given her my information, because the first time that she copyright struck me, well, the only time she did it 2 times, but all at once. I did give her my personal information then because I was like, that's what you had to do as a part of the copyright strike system. But I no longer live there, and I don't plan on giving her any more of my information if she doesn't need it, you know? Like if it isn't a matter of me losing my channel. And then another thing I wanted to note is that there is a Twitter user, their handle is @Pete'sOfShit, and they shared a screenshot, I believe from Chantal's comments, where a person commented and said, will the products have ingredients in the description so people know if they're going to be allergic to any of the ingredients in the products? Which I feel like definitely a reasonable question to ask. Certainly important for people to know what is going on with that. And good old Chantal's response was, do fragrances typically have ingredient labels? So, there you go. That's all the things I know going into this video. I'm really excited to watch, you know, businesswoman Chantal Marie, Chantal Show, Big Beautiful Me, The Chantal Show, The Daily Chantal, Chantal Al Rafe, Chantal period, Flabby Bobby. I'm so excited to see this infomercial she's posting on her YouTube channel. So let's just jump in right meow. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. She's not even spraying it on herself. Look how it's pointing away from her. The nozzle isn't even pointing at her. She's pointing it like in front of her, almost as if she knows that this shit is gonna like damage her skin or something.
Hi guys. Assalamualaikum. Well, you asked for Beezer spray, and so we delivered.
Did people ask for it? Is that a thing that people asked for?
Actually, now you can order any of the products from Chantal'S Business, Teeb Aldar, and I'm going to show you the website here.
Okay.
You can do that. So here's the website. I'm just going to show you a bit of it.
You're gonna show on your phone? After all this time, you don't know how to like screen record it on like your laptop and show us that? I mean, okay, whatever, girly. Whatever works, I guess. But it looks like it has it set up to, you can use Apple Pay, MasterCard, Visa. All right, work.
The link will be in the description for the website. It's also going to be on the screen here, teebaldarkw.com. So this is the business logo.
Okay.
And as you can see here, you can pay with Apple Pay, MasterCard, Visa, KNet. KNet is for Kuwait. But we do ship international. That's why I'm here talking to you today.
I also really apologize. I don't know why my computer does that thing where it skips a little bit. I'm so sorry. Hopefully that's not detracting from the quality of this infomercial from Miss Foodie Booty.
So we have different categories on the website, not just the Beezer spray. We have some bakur or incense. We have some perfumes.
Does she really think anybody would want to buy anything except the Beezer spray? Because I really can see some trolls in this community being like, we gotta buy the Beezer spray to try it out, which like I wouldn't recommend doing because again, I already mentioned like she's collecting or able to collect people's addresses and things like that. Like, couldn't be me, nor would I want to like spend $60 on Chantal Marie of all people. But you know, live your truth, whatever you want. But the Beezer spray is legitimately the only thing I could see anybody in Chantal's audience actually wanting to buy, and that's only because they'd be doing it for the gag.
And here it is, the Beezer spray, which you can purchase on this website.
I am also confused how like the Beezer spray is like right next to this thing that you probably can't see on my screen, but I can read, and it looks like it says detergent. And they look like they could be the same stuff. It looks like they could be the same stuff. I also am confused though, because I thought that this was a perfume. But right above the picture of the Beezer spray, there is a category called perfumes. So maybe I'm just confused. Is this not a perfume?
Some diffusers and diffuser oil, but there are many sprays. So if you click on the Beezer spray picture, for example, there's different ones here on the webpage. There's also some oud.
Oud?
And some cleaning
What
products.
is oud?
And there's nice home
I
decorations.
genuinely don't know.
It's a bit hard to see here, but I'll try to include some screenshots here.
So first thing when you get to the website, you can choose
Quality
or English.
Quality. That is what this video is. Oh, and you got a Bees discount code. Okay, work. Wait, but even her calculations here, $33 US. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't none of this shit worth that.
Default will be Arabic, so be sure to click the English icon in the left corner here.
Okay.
So here are the main categories.
You just showed us that.
On the website. We have many different products here to choose from. To see all of the items in each category, just click the picture of each category.
Bestie, I don't need a tutorial on how to use a website. I could figure out on my own to just click on the picture of the category if I wanted to see more things in it. I didn't just start using the internet literally yesterday. I've had it since I was in like high school, bestie.
And you will see the array of different products there. The prices are also displayed for each item when you click the picture of said category. You can purchase more luxurious items like Arabian oud.
She definitely
oil and musk.
Has her QVC voice on
oud,
today.
It's very earthy and it's a unisex smell, so for men or women can use it as well. If you want to smell true, authentic Middle East, I would buy some oud.
What? What does that even mean? What are you even talking about? If you want to smell true, authentic Middle East. What? Okay.
You can also buy bundles, so you can buy incense if you're an incense person, and you can combine the sprays. There's different kinds of sprays. There's air fresheners, there's fragrance sprays, among other things. There's even floor fresheners, which are a bestseller with the business. You add it to the mop bucket, whatever you're using. You can add it directly to the floor, and you use it after you've cleaned the floor, and it makes your floor smell wonderful. There's also some really cute carpet.
Girl, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not trying to get perfume from the same place that I get my floor cleaner. It's just not something I'm trying to do. All that makes me think is that if I use this perfume or this spray or whatever, I'm gonna smell like a mopped floor. Which, like, freshly mopped floors, that smell can be good. It's just not a smell I'm trying to smell like, you feel me?
If you're looking
also, how are there 2 minutes left of this?
Body sprays, you can purchase actual royalty Eldar perfumes. All of these prices are in Kuwaiti dinar, but I think at checkout they convert it to your currency. But here's a quick guide to conversion if you are confused and would like to know the conversion rate.
This is why this video is so janky. I thought that was, I didn't realize that she was just posting that at the bottom as the conversion rate, and it took this particular thing being up here for nearly 2 to 3 minutes before she explained that it was just for the conversion rate. I thought she was saying that the Beezer spray cost that much, which was confusing because, like I told you, people on Twitter were doing the conversions and were like saying it was like $60, but I thought maybe they were just calling her out for not being honest about it. So color me surprised to find out that that's just on the screen to let you know what the conversion rate is. Cool, cool, cool.
So I just downloaded a basic currency converter, but here is the conversion rate. 1 Kuwaiti dinar equals 4.31 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Or 3.26 US dollars. And as you can see, some other currencies here.
Thanks so much.
So again, please don't forget to use the discount code BEES at the checkout. You will see a little area where you can apply a coupon. Doing so will give you 15% off your purchase.
She's really fully giving a DIY a tutorial on how to convert money. Thank you so much. I could have figured that out on my own. I'm so grateful.
East of the Middle East from wherever you are. Alright, so you're probably wondering what the Beezer spray smells like. It is rose vanilla scent.
Oh,
so
sounds
if I had
awful.
to compare to anything, it would be like
just because like I don't like floral smells a whole lot. Like for me personally, for like I don't mind smelling them, but not like that's not what I'm trying to smell like. I love, if you've ever watched, I used to be sponsored all the time by Scentbird, and every one of those, I was being so genuine when I said I loved the scents that they sent me that were like masculine, whatever that means. Smelled like what I imagine a very sexy man to smell like, so I'm not personally trying to smell like rose and vanilla.
Rose vanilla perfume. I love it. It's my favorite. So to purchase Beezer spray or any products listed on the website, please feel free to browse around for a while, get some online shopping, and all you have to do is add the items to your cart. Because a lot of the items are liquid.
Can't wait to buy my perfume and my floor cleaner all together.
The shipping was more affordable to go with a service that's kind of like DHL. So you will find some international shipping on the website. It's not through standard mail. So to get more bang for your buck, you're better to order multiple items that will reach 1 kilogram of weight.
She said, buy as much as you can because you're going to get more bang for your buck. Girl, I'm good. I'm not going to buy any of it.
Because if you just buy one product that's less than 1 kilo, you're going to pay the same in shipping.
Who knew this is where we'd be with Chantal?
While the business doesn't have control over the international shipping prices, they were able to find a discount and partner with a pretty reputable shipping company called Aramex.
It honestly sounds like they didn't do a very good job of trying to lower costs because it sounds like it's still really fucking expensive. Buy more than 3 kilograms in products and receive a special surprise gift. I'm not trying to get a surprise from Chantal. Chances are a surprise gift from Chantal is like her farts in a jar or something. I'm not trying to do all that.
And they will ship the products right to your door. And they got a deal where it used to be about 30 KD per kilogram, and it was reduced to 15 KD per kilogram. Now 15 KD for shipping.
I don't care.
Is about
wrap it up,
US
sweetie.
Or 65 Canadian. So if you do purchase more than 3 kilograms of products, you will receive a very special gift.
I'm good.
Surprise. I know a lot of you are curious what Arabian scents smell like. So again, now you can see for yourself. And of course, for those of you who do purchase something, thank you so much for supporting the business. And
the business.
See you in the next video. Bye, guys.
The business. All right, well, there you go, besties. It's just like it has been enlightening to see the people when I have like especially on yesterday's video where I included the part about Chantal starting Weight Watchers because Amberlynn quit Weight Watchers. And it's been fascinating to see the people who would have not clicked on one of my Chantal videos otherwise, but clicked on it because they wanted to see the parts about Amberlynn, and saying like, oh my god, I had no idea what's been going on with Chantal. And listen, this is also something for me that I'm like, could you imagine a year or two ago, whenever it was that she was with old Nodder Doodle Doo, and doing all that nonsense, that this is where we'd be. She'd be living in Kuwait trying to sell room sprays, body sprays, perfume. I'm not entirely still sure what her spray is for, but like I could have never imagined. And like, wow, what a turn of events. What a turn of events. All right, so that brings us to Miss Amberlynn Reid, and I believe I just counted. I think this is the 6th day of posting every day, which means we truly aren't even halfway through the 15 days of posting yet. We're almost there, but we're not quite. So I just didn't really realize how long this was gonna go. But today's video is called Where is Feline? Fat versus Skinny Mukbangers and Eating Panda Express bar vlog. I'm sure the Where's Feline part is referencing people who don't believe that Feline is still living with her and isn't really present in videos or anything like that. The fat versus skinny mukbangers is something we've had to listen to her talk about time and time again, and talk about how, you know, she is treated differently than skinny mukbangers, and nobody cares about skinny mukbangers the way they care about fat mukbangers, which is also just so silly because, like, the reality is like, regardless of whatever those other skinny mukbangers have going on, like, what we know about Amberlynn Reid is that she does self-admittedly have either, like, food addiction, binge eating disorder, whatever it is that she's talking about that day. And so I think any kind of, like, criticism about her doing mukbangs on her channel is fair, considering that, you know, she has admitted she has those issues and situations and types of deals, you know what I'm saying? And then eating Panda Express, well, it's in the thumbnail. That's what she's doing. She conveniently loves to put pictures of herself eating food in the thumbnail, so that's literally what that part is about. Shall we get to? Let's get to.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. So I am very low energy today.
You're low energy most days, bestie.
Pretty sad. You guys know, going through a breakup, whatever. And today it's just a continuous wave of sadness.
When did she even break up with Feline at this point? Because it's gotta have been a few weeks, right? Let me do some Nancy Drewing and just see, because it's been a while. And I'm not saying, here's the thing. Breakups take time, you know, grieving, mourning, whatever. It's not a linear process. It doesn't happen in a straight line. That was redundant. You know, I understand all of that. But I'm just saying, like, girl, nothing's changed. So what are we doing to work on, like, processing this breakup at this point? Okay, so I just went and looked, and she posted the We Broke Up video on July 6th. I believe she said that the actual breakup happened on, like, July 4th after they went to the fireworks or whatever. But either way, that's been about 3 weeks. And obviously, you're not going to overcome a breakup situation in 3 weeks, so let me be, like, understanding to some extent there. But I think it's just, like, having watched her do little to no work to overcome it has been frustrating. And I also really do believe that, like, you know, she could start the healing process more if she would just, like, get this move a-going and, like, got out of this space. But, you know, she continues to live with Feline, so, like, if you have to see the partner that you're grieving the loss of every day, then, yeah, it probably is hard to overcome, you know? Anyways, let's get back to the video.
That's just how I'm currently feeling right now, and obviously I hope that it goes away, but I don't know. I've been waking up every day just feeling a little tiny bit better, but today I'm definitely backtracking.
Surprise.
So I'm currently editing my vlog that you guys saw yesterday. And
it always slays me that she edits on this phone. It really is so funny to me. Because I just know my setup and, like, how I could never do all the things I need to do on my phone. So here we are.
I'm using my camera to film.
Live your truth, though. Whatever works.
I put it in here, and then I plug it into my phone.
Actually, this is even more importantly, like, why it doesn't matter that, like, the lighting is bad or the lighting's not great or whatever. Whenever she's always like, oh my god, the lighting. Oh my god, the lighting. It's like you're literally editing on your iPhone. It's not like you're producing, like, quality cinematography here, bestie.
And all the videos, slowly, but it does happen, gets exported into my phone, and then I go into iMovie.
All of the videos gets exported.
I sit here and I edit a lot. Like, all these little lines is me chopping. I just started editing.
All of these lines is me chopping. Like, that was, like, 2 subject-verb agreement things in a row. Well, this has to be some kind of, like, is this new, or am I just, like, hyper-aware right now? Because I feel like it's every video. I can't escape it. I really can't. And it's again, not the end of the world. I understand what she's saying, but my brain can't stop hearing it. For my sake, I just want to stop being so aware. I want to be dumb. I want to not know. Is that possible?
Actually, but I edit out a lot. I always edit out a lot of my vlog. Like, if you see a 15-minute vlog, at one point it was 30 minutes.
Wow.
Then once I do that, I have to finish the editing, export the whole video to my phone, and then I have to process it and upload it onto YouTube. It is a very long process, but I love it. It's something I really enjoy. Like, if you guys watched our last vlog,
cool.
Editing this part, this clip was originally like 5 minutes long, and I edited it down to like 30 seconds maybe.
Listen, I enjoyed that actual segment on your video, on the video yesterday. That segment was everything to me. I think if you watched my reaction to that video yesterday, you saw the pure joy that came from my body watching that segment. I loved it. Do not love watching you sit here and talk about editing it. That's not the vibe.
So all those little lines right there. Hello.
Hi.
So, I'm getting a late start to eating. I got some Panda Express. I wanted some Panda Express. And usually I get the three, like that big plate where you get three, like, meats, vegetables, whatever it may be. And then,
I mean, I'm genuinely not surprised, one, because it was in the title, and two, because we know Amberlynn loves takeout. But, like, were we not just saying yesterday that the reason we had to quit Weight Watchers is because it made you feel like it was okay to get takeout, and now you're not on Weight Watchers and we're getting takeout? Like, this is really also an example of the same thing of, like, you know how I was saying, like, oh, you can do Weight Watchers and also eat your little veggies and your cottage cheese and mustard situation type of deal and do Weight Watchers at the same time? You can do both. You might as well do both with this too then. You might as well do it and just keep track and count it. Because that's gonna be better than nothing, I guess, like you said. You know, I don't understand. It doesn't seem like Weight Watchers is the only thing that's making you order takeout. You know what I'm saying?
then you get rice and or chow mein. But instead this time I just got one of their like little bowls.
Oh my gosh, moderation
so I just
land.
got chow mein and their shrimp. But I also got an egg roll. I'm sorry, but there's sweet and sour sauce with these egg rolls though.
Why are you apologizing to me? Why are you saying sorry to me?
Are so good.
So good.
Their honey walnut shrimp slaps.
Okay.
So sometimes their chow mein is good and sometimes it tastes like refrigerator. So
Tastes like refrigerator. What? Like stale, cold, like leftovers? I would like to know more about what that tastes like.
moment of truth has occurred.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't
taste bad. I might add a little bit of soy sauce. Alright, guys.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced because you can go, so good.
I have some dishes to do here. These are all clean.
Okay,
so
wait.
I'm going to be putting them away.
As somebody in the past who said, I can't believe you don't use your dishwasher more because she was always posting those videos of her hand washing, can I just say you're not really supposed to wash, like, pots and pans like that in the dishwasher, especially if they're like non-stick and stuff like that. Like those are things you should hand wash. But all right, girl. Also, I can kind of relate, but also just want to point out like how chaotic everything in here is, like how it's organized in the dishwasher, the chaos. Like, to some extent, I'm an Aquarius. I can relate. I can relate to the chaos. It's also, like, you know, sometimes I do find myself chaotically putting stuff in the dishwasher if I only have, like, a few dishes left and there's not a clear place to put them. But doesn't it just gives me chaos. For somebody like Amberlynn who's constantly buying, like, things that are aesthetic for organization purposes, I love how unorganized this is.
I don't use the dishwasher to actually, like, clean my dishes. I clean them by hand, but I do use the dishwasher to dry my dishes.
Okay. Are you kidding me? Now I'm like, that is so dumb. That is so dumb. What are you talking about? Why would you load the dishwasher with clean dishes just so they can dry? That's so dumb. Why not just load the dishwasher to begin with then? Why would you do that extra step? She just has to do things in the most asinine way possible. First it's the typing her digital journal and then writing it in her physical paper journal. And now it's cleaning dishes and then putting them in the dishwasher to dry. Why? Why?
Just got done putting away the dishes. Now I'm thirsty. Gonna have me a Diet Pepsi.
Ooh, exactly what I go to quench my thirst, the Diet Soda.
Caffeine free. Y'all, I took a little nap. I'm not gonna lie, there was a little nap to be had. Because I have not been sleeping that
Bessie,
great.
why would I ever think you were lying about taking a nap? I assume most of what you spend your day doing is napping. Like napping, eating, and editing your video and doing a Lego. Like that's pretty much what I assume your day is at this point.
Which is totes fine. A symptom of heartbreak. You know, just not the greatest sleep.
Not getting great sleep is all of a sudden a symptom of heartbreak. Like I haven't been watching you on your channel for literal years struggle with a sleeping schedule. Are you serious right now, bestie?
But I wanted to say something really good because as you guys know, I love me a THC moment. I've been taking some Delta just to like calm me and usually give me like, the massive munchies.
I have to... I don't know what she's about to say. Just remember what she just said, because I'm about to say something completely, well, not completely unrelated, but not related to maybe her getting ready to say that THC no longer gives her the munchies. Which I feel like is probably not true, because literally it was just like a video or two ago that she said that she took Delta 8 and got the munchies. But I also just want to say, I gotta be a little bit smarter, I guess, about how I talk about Amberlynn's use of these gummies, because I did have one video, specifically it was like in the thumbnail and in the title that she was doing the gummies, okay? And I did have one video get demonetized, which is not the end of the world. I'm not stressed or pressed about it, although like I don't think it should be an issue if I'm talking about a legal thing that she's doing in a state where she can do it, right? But either way, besides that, I just have to be a little bit thoughtful about that. And I'm also sharing that just out of curiosity because I will say YouTube, super inconsistent with those kinds of things. Like, not very consistent with, like, what videos they allow that on and what they don't. So it could not be impacting Amberlynn at all, or it could. And I'm curious about that as a concept. But anyways, tell me more about how you no longer get the munchies when you do gummies.
But I noticed in the last couple of days that has not happened. So I think I've like found a point within my Delta 8 situation type deal where it's like I don't get the munchies, but I also feel
I know she's
really
lying.
good and like calm and stuff. And I low-key love that because I'm taking it. And
I know she's lying. I know she's lying because that she's like, I gotta come over the things that I said about this in the past that were negative because I don't want people to give me a hard time for doing it. And in the past, she's talked about how it's given her munchies and how that didn't fit in with her plan for life. So please, stop it, Amberlynn. Be honest. Also, hi, hello, I'm editing, and I just had this thought of like, it's wild to me that she can allegedly control the munchies that are provided to her by a gummy, okay? She can overcome those munchies. She doesn't have that problem anymore. But for some reason, Weight Watchers as a concept makes her order takeout, which also we know it's not Weight Watchers making her order takeout because she got takeout in this video, even though she's not on Weight Watchers. But, you know, I was just thinking about that. Isn't that interesting?
For a while there, like, I would get the munchies and stuff, like, especially when I would take it months and months ago. When I go through, like, gaps where I stopped taking it. But I don't know, I think I found, like, that sweet spot where
I don't believe you.
I don't get the munchies. Because that's, like, something that I was, like, obviously worried about because, you know, THC does help a lot. But there are some downsides to it, and that was one of them. I haven't had to worry. Okay. But it did make me sleep today, and that felt really good. I had like an hour and a half nap, and I just needed it. I really, really did.
If there's one thing that Amberlynn is good at, it's like talking herself into whatever it is she wants to believe. She is so good at like convincing herself of whatever it is she needs to convince herself of. And right now it's that this is good for her, that it's helping her. Get out of here. Also, what are we cooking?
Currently making a soup in the summer days. Yes, I am.
That's soup. Okay.
Only Amberlynn.
I thought at first it kind of looked like it could be like a peach jam. Why I would think that Amberlynn would be making a homemade peach jam, I don't know. But that's kind of what it was giving.
I've just been craving broth. So I said, you know what?
So drink some. Drink some broth.
Is cooking. Let's do a question.
No.
We got number 12. I want to add more questions on here, ones that aren't just weight loss related. So if you want to ask me anything, definitely be following my Instagram.
She said we're just moving all the way. Forget that this was supposed to be a visual representation of my weight loss. Will you just ask me some questions that aren't related to weight loss? I would love that. Let's just move all the way away from weight loss. Don't be concerned about the weight loss anymore. Can't wait to get the questions. What is your favorite movie? Who's your celebrity crush? Where would you like to travel if you could travel anywhere? Can't wait.
Any of my social media you can find down below in the description bar. Okay, so number 12. Should 300-pound plus people be allowed to do mukbangs? Yes.
Not the mukbangs.
I do think they should. Because I feel like if they weren't allowed to, then it's like discrimination is definitely getting in the mix. And a lot of people think that YouTube should take down morbidly obese mukbangers or morbidly obese people who eat on camera. But YouTube prides themselves in a lack of discrimination. Like, they try their hardest not to discriminate. If they were to do that, they would have a massive discrimination case on their hands, because that's like saying only certain people can drink alcohol on camera, or only certain people can smoke a cigarette on camera. Like, who cares about the size on the scale? You should still be allowed to eat on camera.
Well, I don't have a problem with whoever wants to eat on camera, eat on camera. Honestly, truly, I don't have an issue with that, and I don't know that I believe YouTube has to start cracking down on that. I think the thing that is difficult for Amberlynn to understand is that I think in her world that comes without, like, commentary. You know, that comes without consequence, or, like, people having an opinion about that. And when it comes to that, I think, like, especially in Amberlynn's case, although she prides herself on not doing mukbangs, in her words, because, you know, it's just eating with her. It's not a mukbang. Anyways, I think that's the part that Amberlynn misses. And, like, obviously, also, what a silly question, because YouTube isn't taking those things down. It's like, this is not a thing that's happening. Obviously, YouTube is leaving all of those things up.
I have gone back and forth with this thought process 100%, but that's like where I'm at right now, because a lot of people who do mukbangs who are super thin, they eat way more than the mukbangers who are morbidly obese.
She like, oh, she's gonna show a clip for context, but she really truly misses the context of, like, of the situation. Like, for her, for instance, like, using her as the example, like, she has talked about having issues with food. And that's the behavior that people are concerned about, you know? That's the issue that people have. And honestly, I think people would have a similar issue if, like, some of the quote-unquote skinny mukbangers came out and said that they had some kind of, like, eating disorder as well. People would also be concerned that behavior was being shown on YouTube. I'm cutting out her clips of the skinny mukbangers mukbanging because they're like specifically ASMR types of mukbangs, and I know that sound can be triggering if that's not something you're into. I'm not cutting it out to like discredit Amberlynn by any means. Like, there are skinny people who do mukbangs. That's true. It is a thing that happens.
Like, it's just not adding up. Like, you don't have to be big for it to be very apparent that the quantity you're eating, what you're eating, how you're eating, and all that, like, isn't healthy. Like, there's so many skinny mukbangers out there who will just eat so much. Like, several meals in one video, and it's crazy.
She's just so funny because it feels like she wants to be them so bad. It's like, that's the vibes I'm getting. And it's like, girl, if you want to do that, just eat whatever you want then. I don't care. It's like your choice, just like it's their choice. Like, I truly feel like eat whatever the fuck you want, honestly. But like, so goofy.
Y'all, I'm having a weird and random thought that I should do low carb.
Is the weird random thought the message you got from the lymphedema doctor back in last year? I think that was in like October, November of last year, when they suggested that that's what you should do because they said that's how you can lose weight and still like manage it with lymphedema and lipedema. Do you remember that? Is that maybe the weird, strange thought feeling you're having? Honestly, she's so, because I just can't form my words right now. Infuriating.
I just said no to Weight Watchers, and now I'm stuck in this like weird place where I don't know what to do. So low carb is definitely up here in my mind. Hi guys, so I'm currently sitting in my bedroom
it's up there in your mind and it's probably not gonna go anywhere, is it? Probably isn't gonna move from being up there in your mind.
Build this journal. I want to show you guys in an upcoming vlog all the journals I have filled.
So why not just show me now?
I always journal on the notepad on my phone or on my MacBook first. This is like the process of how I journal. It's been like over 2 years now. I type so much quicker than I write, and it's like my brain works really fast when I'm journaling, so it's so much easier for me to type out.
Of course, that's a legitimate reason to type it. I don't think anybody has questions about why you type out your journal. I think a lot of people have like Word documents and things that they type their thoughts and journals into. I think the part that people have questions about is why you take the time to like rewrite it in pen or pencil.
How I'm feeling, whatever it may be, and then write it in my journal. So anyways, that's just how I do it.
Of course she won't explain the reasoning for that part. She explains the reasoning for the part that makes sense. Typing it on your computer, typing it in your phone. That makes sense to most people, bestie. We want to know why you choose to write it into your journal after that.
For to do it, and it's like if I want to journal when I'm in a car, or I've actually journaled at friends' houses before.
Okay.
If I was staying the night, or
wow.
whatever I mean. But like, I always leave the first page. The end, when I'm done actually journaling in it, I can write the beginning month and how long the journal goes for. So this one went from October 26, 2022 to July 2nd, 2023.
That's nearly a whole year, bestie. Why do you have so many journals? She's out here acting like she's got to go to the Target immediately because she's having an emergency. She doesn't have enough journals. And it took her nearly, like, less than a year, but nearly a year to get through that one journal to begin with. Get out of here.
And that means, like, all of this, like, such a beautiful journal.
Listen, that's my girl. That's my winner. I picked her. I picked that one.
Breakup era. Like, all of my feelings regarding it and everything, because we broke up on 4th of July. So I've already written a little bit in here. I've written July 4th, because, like I said, the rest of that is on my
MacBook, which I have to
she hasn't even transferred the stuff that happened at the beginning of July into a journal yet. That's like how far behind we are on this stuff. You're gonna go relive all of those feelings. I guess maybe that's why she does it, so that she can go back and wallow in those feelings one more time. Like, I don't understand. Oh gosh, that's like 3 weeks ago, bestie.
Down, and then when I write it down, I delete it from my MacBook. It's a whole process that I thoroughly enjoy. It makes journaling easier for me. And if you love to journal, whatever routine you have for yourself, don't let anyone try to talk down to you about it or anything, because everyone has different journal routines.
True.
But I've actually gotten a lot of questions.
Live your truth, bestie. Do whatever insane process you need to journal your feelings.
About July 4th, like what led to the breakup, like why did it happen? It was something that we've been talking about for, I'd say, about a month. Like, Feline and I are...
That's so funny to me, though, if you'd been talking about it for a month. Also because, like, that means, let's add on how much time you've had to, like, process this as a concept. But also, that's so funny because the month of June, i.e., the month leading up to when you broke up with wifey and you had been talking about potentially breaking up, you were on a live stream with Destiny talking about how mature your relationship with wifey was and how great your relationship with wifey was. Get out of here. This is why people think you're fake as hell.
In love with each other. That's very apparent. I mean, she told you guys that herself, and
because you also made her.
She hasn't been in the videos. I don't want to speak for her, but what she told me is she just feels kind of awkward right now, which I understand.
Of course.
She's been a little awkward on camera, and she said just ever since she was in the video, kind of like explaining her side, I don't know. I think that the way that people reacted about that made her feel bad, I guess, and that kind of breaks my heart, really. I mean, she's never really...
Because it was weird, and she feels uncomfortable because people thought it was weird. It was weird behavior. It was not weird.
And hardcore in my videos, but I know a lot of you like to see, you know, her arm or her leg or just hear her talk, and I think right now
I think people like to joke about seeing her arm and her leg. Like, are you serious? Just kidding. Those were my favorite parts of your vlogs. Every time I got a glimpse of wifey's wrist. Ooh, girl.
She just doesn't want that. And I can totally understand. You know, this isn't her job. She doesn't have to be on here, and I completely get it.
Hi, hello.
Hey.
Editing Amberlynn.
Oh, stunning.
I just woke up a little bit ago. Okay. But I also want to make it clear that, like, she's not a social media person. She's a very private person.
She's not a social media person, but she definitely did reach out to me in the DMs to meet me for the first time, and that is how our romance started, meaning she did have social media once upon a time.
Like, ever, like, vocal in my videos, like, for me, because we were in a relationship, and now that we're not, like... She doesn't have any, like, obligations.
It doesn't seem like she had an obligation to be in your videos to begin with, bestie. I don't understand what you mean by that. Did you force her to put her voice in the videos? Did you force her to show a foot, a hand? Like, I'm confused. I don't think she had the obligation to do it when y'all were together.
So, yeah.
Anyways, back to what I was talking about. A lot of people are like, so why July 4th? Like, what happened? Like, you guys still saw fireworks, so, like, I don't understand what happened. I don't really want to go, like, obviously into detail.
Well, it was mutual.
Because it is personal.
But it was mutual, so what's the big deal?
On both of our ends. But yes, we did end up breaking up before fireworks, and I still really, really wanted to go see fireworks. It's my mom's favorite holiday. So while my mom's watching fireworks in her state, I feel like connected to her in a way.
Okay.
So Feline and I still went. She didn't want to at first. And then when she realized how important it was to me, we still ended up going. You know,
she didn't want to at first, and then I picked up a bottle of Code Red and said, "You'll go." I'm joking. That didn't happen. That's just how I imagined it happened.
Oh, going to see fireworks where we did was something that we had planned for like
sure
2 months. I don't know. It's just like people insinuating just because we went and saw fireworks together means the breakup's not real. I still can't believe that people actually still think that I'm faking this. Trust, if I was to fake a breakup, like there would be some tea involved. I would be spilling some tea for sure.
What?
So I'm never gonna say.
What does that mean? How would you spill tea about a fake what are you talking about? What? She's like, here's my proof that it wasn't fake. Because if it was fake, I'd be doing this, and this. Okay? What? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's fake. I think it's real. I'm not into the conspiracy theory that it's fake. But, like, her defending herself, like, trust, I would be doing so many other things if it was fake. Like, why would I have to believe that? Why would I have to trust you on that?
Say anything bad about Feline. I'm never gonna spill tea about her. Nothing.
Nope, don't believe it, because you said that about Destiny, and look where we're at. Look where we're at. Even when Destiny was spilling tea about you, you said, I'll never stoop to Destiny's level, but then you are sure as hell quick to come out and be like, well, Destiny killed her dog. I'm just saying, just wait until wifey says the wrong thing or starts her YouTube channel. Then we'll see. Then we'll see, bestie.
And she's not going to do that regarding me either. She wants nothing but the best for me, and I want nothing but the best for her.
See.
Like, we're
we'll
literal
see.
Best friends. And I truly never realized how common it is for people to actually live with their exes on like a friendly term. And
what do you mean? You've lived with your past 2 exes after breaking up with them for some amount of time. Get out of here. I didn't realize how common it was. She is so silly.
Till y'all started messaging me on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, y'all making me feel better, thank you.
Okay.
By the way, the lighting is kind of crazy because it's nighttime. I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Still got that makeup on your face.
The light on the ceiling has to be changed. Anyways, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.
The lighting is kind of crazy because, like, look at this shadow behind her. Look at the shadow. It's just a wild shot. But you know what? Again, I don't care about the lighting, Amberlynn. That's not what I'm here for. Bye! All right, well, what a day we had here on the Zachary Michael channel. We got a little bit of Chantal. We got a little bit of Amberlynn. Both being goofy as hell today, which is my favorite kind of content. like laughing about Chantal's little body room spray, whatever it is, funny. That's comedy, baby. That is comedy, mama. And Amberlynn is just, you know, she's Amberlynning. that's what she's up to. Let's see you do low carb, girly. Let's do that adventure. I'm ready. Anyways, that's all the time I have for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media, including checking out my merch, following Judy on Instagram. I just posted a new photo today. And above all else, I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!